Hello and welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada for one final time here tonight on the 29th of December 2018, which is otherwise known as Day 3 of the D3Hoops.com Classic. I'm Pat Coleman along with Dave McHugh. We've got Ira Thor alongside here for the final game of the night, our second consecutive day of 6 games. One game tomorrow, but this is game 17 of 18, and it is featuring the Roadrunners of Ramapo and the Wildcats of Linfield. Linfield coming in at 8-2 with a win already here in Las Vegas. Ramapo, this is a team that went to the Final Four last year, lost a bunch of guys, and somehow really not missing a beat. A 2-loss team as well. Let me get you ready for tip-off here, which is at 11 p.m. Eastern game, 8 p.m. here on the Pacific Coast. We're not on the coast, but the time zone is on the Pacific Coast. I'll take you through the starting lineups. Starting with the Wildcats of Linfield, they'll start in the backcourt with a 6'4" sophomore out of Marin County, California, wearing number 4, Dempsey Rogenbuck. Joined in the backcourt by a 5'11" sophomore out of Longview, Washington, number 5, Will Berghardt. Wearing number 12 tonight, a senior guard out of Lake Tapps, Washington, Riley Brule. And number 15, Grant Gibb, a 6'5" junior forward out of Longview, Washington. And then Liam O'Reilly, a 6'5" senior out of San Francisco, California. Shannon Rosenberg in his 6th season as the head coach of the Wildcats. On the opposite side, if you only follow Division III basketball when it's played in Las Vegas, you're familiar with the Roadrunners of Ramapo, and they will start in the backcourt with a 6'3" senior out of Toms River, New Jersey, number 0, Kashawn Barnes. Joined in the backcourt by a 5'7" freshman out of Jersey City, number 4, Jason Battle. They'll be joined by a 6'6" senior forward out of Scotch Plains, New Jersey, number 12, Rob Lewis. Jordan Zagadou, a 6'6" junior forward out of Newark, New Jersey, wearing number 15. And then Rob McWilliams, a 6'2" junior guard out of Blauvelt, New York, wearing number 24. Chuck McBreen in his 21st season as the head man for the Roadrunners. Dave, what are we looking for tonight?
Well, for Ramapo, it's an opportunity to finally show on a national scale maybe what they have retooled into after a Final Four run that lost, 6 seniors, I believe, from that unit and not a lot of expectations. Coming in at 10-2, this is a good game to kind of show people what they're made of. For Linfield, same idea. Show what they're made of out of the Northwest Conference. A lot of high expectations in conference, but that's hard to translate when Whitworth and Whitman get all the headlines. Linfield's got a chance here with a big game over a team that has certainly gotten a lot of attention over the years.
Appreciate you guys waiting on us here in the 6th game of the day. We'll get tipped off at 8:17. That's not too bad.
Considering? No.
Yeah, considering we started behind the 8 ball in the very first game of the day. And the tip will be controlled by the Wildcats. They're going right to left here in the first half with the purple uniforms and the red numerals with the white trim. Ramapo, the Roadrunners, with the white uniforms and maroon lettering with black trim. O'Reilly has the ball taken out of his hands, Zagadou, and it will be Battle bringing it up the floor for the Roadrunners. Roadrunners have been here 8 of the 9 times we've had a D3Hoops.com Classic, and I'm inclined to give Chuck McBreen a pass on the other one because Justin Meyer, the Edgewood head coach, just told me the reason that they came here was because they played Ramapo in Puerto Rico the one year that Ramapo wasn't here.
Well, that was the year. Wasn't that also a Sport Tours event?
It is a Sport Tours event,
yeah,
exactly.
They asked him to go to Puerto Rico to help out with that event, and then Chuck said, I did your bidding. I'm coming back.
Yes, and Chuck McBreen told Justin Meyer, you need to go to Las Vegas. Yes. And they came.
We appreciate that. Word is spreading. I have a couple dozen conversations a year about this event.
Yeah, so do I, even in my off years. Battle, long pass up ahead for Barnes. Barnes, good for 2.
Yeah, Barnes certainly made his had his good moments and his not so good moments in his game yesterday that led to a Ramapo win. Chuck McBreen late in the game having some stern conversations with Mr. Barnes.
I think Chuck McBreen only has stern conversations.
Fair. I'll give you that. How Chuck McBreen doesn't lose his voice in the middle of a season and never get it back, I do not understand.
I was going to say, I mean, we have seen him here lose his voice in the middle of everything.
I just don't know how he gets it back. Because even when he's lost it, he's yelling.
Hot tea, a little brandy, lemon juice, I don't know.
Little. I personally like the hot tea with a little bourbon.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Thayer's Slippery Elm lozenges is what I use on days like this. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Linfield basketball. Linfield out of McMinnville, Oregon. As Dave said, members of the Northwest Conference, including Whitworth, who was just on this floor a couple of hours ago. Whitman, who went to the national title game 2 years ago out of that conference. 3 ball on the way, and it's good for Will Berghardt.
Nice jumper from Burkhart.
Ramapo from Mahwah, New Jersey.
Whoa.
Out of the New Jersey Athletic Conference, Northern Jersey. Here's a baseline jumper shot, no good by McWilliams. Rebounded and pushing it up for the Wildcats. Here's a three-pointer. Shot no good, off. And rebounded by Ramapo. Bond with the long attempt there. Now up ahead for Liam O'Reilly. Got a 2-on-1, and he's going to take it for the layup, which bounces in. O'Reilly thinking perhaps about throwing that one down, but a great pursuit from behind forced him to take the layup at a quick timeout here for Ramapo as they trail 5-2 in the early going.
Yeah, quick time out off of a quick 5-0 run by Linfield. And Chuck McBreen, clearly unhappy about something, wants to talk it over for 30 seconds with his squad. Just 2.5 minutes into this contest. Linfield took a moment, but they're finally getting into things. Linfield, who is 8-2, came into the weekend scoring 95-plus points a game while only allowing the opponents a little over 69 points a game, while the Roadrunners were allowing 77.5, but only scoring 76, which is pretty impressive considering they were 9-2 coming into the weekend. Granted, those 2 losses weren't close, at least one of them.
Yeah.
That's why the really wacky numbers there for this. Of course, McBreen in his 21st season is 378 and 181. He's on the National Men's Basketball Committee. First year was last year. Didn't mention that in the last game.
That's true.
It's I think it's starting to change his perspective.
You do learn a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Nice basket inside there by Zagadou.
Called off.
Is waved off.
Little charge. Chuck McBreen, don't worry about it. I'll have a few conversations with the officials. He may know the officials better than we do.
That's true. We basically have the same officiating crew over and over, and he sees them every year. O'Reilly takes it to the rack. Shot no good. And rebounded by Ramapo. Ramapo pushing the ball up the floor. Battle. Leaves it off for Lewis. Lewis, little hesitation. Now takes it to the glass.
Smart. He didn't take another step.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if he had made that move while taking a step, it would have been a travel.
Yes, because he had already kind of shuffled on the stop.
Linfield, I guess that wasn't a foul, but there was a request from Liam O'Reilly to. Oh, a little gamesmanship. That's what's going on. A little gamesmanship with Jordan Zagadou.
What are we talking about?
Oh, I'll get to it in a moment, but I'm trying to figure out.
Well, meanwhile, Battle drives high off the glass.
I think, is O'Reilly bleeding in the face?
I don't know, but Zagadou's putback doesn't fall either. O'Reilly gets the rebound.
He's hit in the head a couple of times.
Just there. And finishing with the layup on the other end is Rogenbuck. Team's leading scorer, 20.6 points a game, 48.5 from downtown.
He and Zagadou got a battle going, does O'Reilly and Zagadou. And after O'Reilly was complaining to the official about being hit in the head, Zagadou, as O'Reilly was bent over, put his hand on O'Reilly's head like, it's okay, which just angered him more.
And then actually hit him in the head again.
And then hit him in a rebound. The two of them battling, they inadvertently got hit in the head.
Battle crossover. Gets off a nice shot as the shot clock expires. Put back, no good. Another offensive rebound. Third chance, and Rob Lewis will try
to reposition himself by hopping. Frowned upon.
It's not the thing. Who's been in residency longer in Vegas between Celine Dion and Chuck McBreen? Asks Justin Sweeney.
I believe it's Chuck McBreen. I believe is actually the case.
The question is, the big concert guy, has he gone to those?
He has seen Celine Dion.
Yeah,
I actually know that for a fact.
There's a 3-pointer on the other end for Linfield, and they open up a 10-4
The only thing I
lead.
know for also a fact is that Celine Dion has not seen his residency.
Yeah, we would have noticed.
We
I'm
would have
sure.
known. She would have called the game.
Oh, we at least have a national anthem for the last game.
Oh, that's true. Oh, we still might, right? Just saying.
We'll have one tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was singing the anthem tomorrow.
That's what I thought.
4 o'clock game, I'll be
Unless
warmed
Celine Dion shows up.
up. Yeah, if she shows up, she can sing it.
Unless Britney Spears. No, you can still do it.
Here's Liam O'Reilly with the second chance basket and another timeout.
Yeah,
here.
that's going to anger Chuck McBreen. They're getting way too many easy chances inside right now. O'Reilly, in no way, shape, or form, should have gotten the first rebound, gotten an easy shot, gotten the second rebound, and put it back in. And Chuck McBreen is beside himself.
It's only 7-5 on the rebounding edge, but
no.
In fact, then it's Ramapo's edge. But again, yes, that's a breakdown right there.
Yeah, that's 2 easy ones immediately after they already had an easy time coming down, and Ramapo's been stuck at 4.
Let's see Celine Dion sing the national anthem.
Oh, absolutely.
Have her sing the Canadian national anthem too, just
she
for
can,
the heck
and
of it.
as slowly as crazy as she wants. I don't care.
Especially when it's just one game, you could do whatever you want.
Absolutely, do as you wish. We will live stream the entire event and risk being shut down by the automated system.
By the YouTube police. Yeah.
Inside YouTube jokes. Yeah, I just got it too. By the way, when he changes his name, it confuses me.
Okay.
Our friend Justin Sweeney, because it doesn't come across as him anymore. It just comes across as his wacky names.
Oh, but you knew who you had to know who that was.
I eventually figured it out. Yeah, when I saw the Jazz.
There's almost nobody else who's
going
to be able to make that.
He's a whack. Though he's doing well with his job. I'm glad to see him doing so well. Now he needs to get back to Vegas by bringing his team. They haven't been here in a while either.
Zagadou, left-handed shot, no good, but Lewis with the putback.
Hey, hint, Mr. Brian Lane. We have not seen you here in a while. Get out here.
He texted me a happy birthday, though. That was nice.
I didn't do that recently.
I think it's because you tweeted about it.
I might have. I might have.
There's a ball goes out of bounds.
I cannot confirm nor deny, but I'm sure you can figure it out.
No, I know you did.
Oh, that was too easy. I had to tee that one up.
I just assumed that was the reason, because otherwise it would have to be he and I are friends on Facebook, which is not true. I don't even know if he's on Facebook.
I don't think he is. Yeah, Brian Lane. Actually, they were planning to come out here one other time, but it fell through at kind of at the last moment.
Well, we'll have to get him out here one more time. That was a fun tournament. Connor Romano with the basketball. Now Kashawn Barnes.
I made friends with one of his friends as a result of that.
Romano 3, that's right.
We could get him to broadcast.
I would gladly step aside for that. Rob Lewis.
Absolutely. Jump ball.
After the tie-up, will stay Ramapo basketball. 13:55 remaining here in the first half. I understand LeBron is injured and not playing. Just to answer the question in the chat. Also, I guess he's got college eligibility. I don't know how those rules work now.
I missed who you said.
LeBron James.
Oh, yes.
3-ball is good.
Nice shot.
Kashawn Barnes extending it back out to about 23 feet.
Out of the timeout on a 5-0 run. Chuck McBreen said something that got the lights back on.
Off a curl, 3, and the answer for Linfield. Grant Gibb.
Chuck McBreen wasn't happy. Aaron Bond, wrong guy. Matt Lacka on the floor. He had some good moments last night in their game.
That was 2 nights ago, wasn't it?
No.
That was game 5 of. Oh, we're talking about Linfield.
No, Ramapo, Lacka. 6'4" junior out of Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. As much as Ramapo comes, I am surprised that they don't have more fans.
They should just have local fans now, right?
Well, that too.
Do they have a host family?
Oh, I like how you put that.
Here's a baseline jumper, shot no good, and it's going to go out of bounds and will be Linfield basketball.
It's a good question.
It should. It should have a host family.
Get a whistle.
A sub is brought in. Bryant Quill into the game for the first time tonight, replacing Rob McWilliams. Gibb with the basketball. Up top with it, Austin Hilton. Kicks it out. Rogan Buck puts the ball on the floor. 14 on the shot clock. Near side, Gibb for three. A little too strong. Off to the right. Barnes with the rebound on the run for the Roadrunners. Dribbling in. Kicking outside. Thinking about the three. Pulling in. There's Lewis in the paint. And he gets the bucket. Lead down to 4, 15-11. Tanner Atencio on the floor right now. Riley Brule launches a three. It's no good. Hilton with the offensive rebound, trying to work his way back up. But he does somehow get between Matt Lacka and Rob Lewis. 17-12 the score, coming up on 12 minutes here in the first half. Shot no good by Lacka, and a rebound by Brule. Atencio, Brule, far side. Three on the way for Rogan Buck is no good, and rebounded by Quill. A little bit back and forth. Stuck on 17-11 here for a little while. Barnes with the basketball, and throws it up over Hilton. Just basically threw up a fall away to try to draw the foul. He didn't get the foul, but the ball went in.
Sometimes you're lucky.
Gibb fakes a guy up, heads it off for Brule, and Brule rattles it a three.
Brule certainly has a nice stroke from outside. You got to make sure you have that well covered.
20-13. Linfield lead back up to 7. And a bounce pass on the baseline that was intended for Lotka, thrown away by Romano. Atencio goes to the bench. Aaron Bond back into the game for the Wildcats. Wildcats 8-2. One of those losses, a pretty competitive one to the number one team in the country, Nebraska Wesleyan, shortly before the holiday.
That was a fun game to watch on their home floor.
They really packed it well, too. 3 ball in the corner is no good, too strong, and rebounded by the Roadrunners. Lewis. Nice spin move. Kicks it outside. 3 ball in the corner on the way. No good by Lotka. And rebounded by Hilton. Hilton on the run up ahead to Bond. Bond 1-on-3. Pulls it back out. Atencio. Bond. Now Berghardt with the basketball. Bond on the perimeter. Freshman shot rattles out. Rebound corralled at the foul line.
Another easy rebound for Linfield.
Yeah, that's right. Atencio's 3 doesn't go.
And that's going to be a foul on the streaking in Aaron Bond.
In streaker. Curry men's basketball team won today.
Interesting.
That hadn't happened in 33 games.
Yeah, I was going to say that sticks out as a significant victory.
Yep, so the Colonels off the Schneid. 3-pointer on the way, and good from the corner for Kushan Barnes. Barnes 37.5% from downtown. Berghardt dribbles in from the left side, a little up and under, and he's going to go to the foul line. Switched hands in midair, saw the contact coming, absorbed the contact, and is an 86% foul shooter.
Yep, team's best at that.
First one no good off the back iron.
We have found a way to kill that this tournament.
That's Dave's jinx. I just mentioned he was an 86% foul shooter.
So many guys didn't shoot well this year.
You said he was the best.
Well, I just meant in general.
Second shot is good. Lead up to 5. Game 17 of 18 at the D3Hoops.com Classic. Stick around. Our next game will be, not next. It will be 4 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow afternoon.
That is next.
Yes, but it's not immediately following this game. I do think they're going to put – I couldn't process that joke fast enough. They're going to put 18 hours on the clock.
They're going to have to add some digits.
I'm pretty sure that Bob Sumling is going to have his team practicing here in the morning, though.
Oh, wow.
There's Latka. Shot in the lane, no good.
My
Rebound tipped out. Latka gets it back.
My reaction was to Pat, folks.
No, I know.
That was a fascinating dive into that one.
That was like 6 years ago that Semling
Here
had
a
his
few
team
extra days.
practicing here after the tournament was done.
Apparently the topic in Transylvania has been conveyed.
The Transylvania topic.
And we'll see. I believe our colleague just wants to come out here and call games in a suit.
I mean, he's welcome. You know,
Well,
he's got to get himself here.
let's forget the suit, though. He doesn't need to go that formal.
Well, I mean,
I'm all about suiting up for certain occasions.
You can call the Whitworth game, I guess.
True.
Laka's second shot.
Sponsored by Brooks Brothers and Joseph Bank.
Is Joseph A. Bank open on Saturday?
Oh, very nice. I finally drove by the headquarters.
Of
I
Joseph
drove
A.
near the headquarters a number of years, but finally drove by it the other day.
That three-pointer no good by Max Lohman.
Yeah, Lohman got high-fived up at the top of that. Surprised there was no call.
I mean, he kind of leaned himself into it. Barnes with the off-balance leaner in the lane.
Within 3 now.
The contact on Lohman came so long after the shot. Here's a little give and go. Now bounce pass back outside. Shot clock at 17. Probably won't have to say that much tonight. O'Reilly's off in the corner for Lohman, and that three-pointer is good.
Whoops, gave it to the wrong team. We'll fix that quick.
24-18 the score with 8:21 and counting in the first half. Glad you joined us here late night in Las Vegas. And whatever you do late night in Las Vegas, it has to involve basketball. Connor Romano's shot no good. Rule, now near side Burkhart. Not much of a screen there from Hilton.
Got to the elbow and went, whoops.
That's not how that's supposed to go. You're supposed to screen somebody. There's 3 players. Please screen 1, at least. Ramapo ball.
Burkhart got to that elbow and all of a sudden had that look like, wait, that didn't go according to plan.
Latka with it, guarded by O'Reilly.
I was going to say they don't want to go in the middle, but Latka just proved me otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, they're good at driving the lane, stop and pop, that sort of thing.
Uh-oh. That's too easy.
Yeah, on the other end. And
That'll drive either a sub or a timeout from Chuck McBreen.
he's taken 2 timeouts, so maybe a sub
I
is
think
a
he's going
better
to use
idea.
a sub. He's got Andre Morgan ready to check in.
O'Reilly's going to go to the foul line. His first foul shots of the evening.
He's 9 of 14 coming into the weekend. And that one didn't look pretty. And Morgan is into the game. Also into the game comes Rogan Buck and Grant Gibb, 2 of the starters. Grant Gibb, transfer from Eastern Washington.
No longer where Jim Hayford coaches.
True.
But we remember his name now. Again.
Where is he now?
Seattle University.
That's right. That's right. Staying in the area.
Connor Romano for Barnes. 14 on the shot clock. Pull up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up, and that one doesn't fall either. Third chance shot here for Andre Morgan. No good. Fourth chance. Nope, no good either by Rob Lewis. Fifth chance as I thought they were going to pull it back out. My bad. And then there's an offensive foul by Andre Morgan.
By the guy who checked into the game because Chuck McBreen was frustrated with something.
5 chances. You get 5 chances.
Matt Berger back into the game. Clackamas, Oregon. There's a name for you.
Love that. It's my favorite Clackamas. You get the punchy crew tonight, folks. Here in our 17th game in a little over 48 hours. Gibb up top for Burghart. Rogan Buck launches a high arcing 3 and buries it.
Suddenly it's back to an 8-point game.
That's higher.
Game.
What's higher than a rainbow 3? Parabola? It's a parabola 3?
A low Earth orbit?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Shot no good by Andre Morgan, and Linfield with the basketball.
A Virgin Atlantic space test?
Oh, I see what you're getting at. Virgin Galactic.
Virgin Galactic, thank you. You're right.
I would take Virgin Atlantic though too. It's better
I've
than the
never
airline.
done-
Better than the airline I took out here.
No, that's about everybody.
Fall away, no good by.
Well,
Burger.
that's not true.
Everybody
That's
but
not true.
Frontier.
Or really?
I hear Frontier is the worst.
I've had them, but I didn't have a bad experience. But it was a number of years ago.
Yeah, I had reasonable Frontier like 7 to 10 years ago, and I hear it's less than that now. Barnes from 19, no good.
7 some odd years ago, there was a nice trip out to Alaska.
Oh. 28-18, Linfield with the lead and the basketball.
Got free cookies.
Free cookies.
Got
Good.
free TV, too, on the leg from Denver to Alaska because there was going to be 30 minutes where the TV wouldn't work. Oh, big contact there for
And-
Berger. But he doesn't go to the free throw line all that often.
Officially, not all that often.
It's 0 coming into the weekend. I don't think he got there yesterday.
He did not play in the previous game, in fact.
That's what I thought. So his first trip to the line, and
It looks like it was his first trip to the
looks
line.
like, yes, that's how I was going to put it.
We had the Washington native call the Linfield game a couple nights ago, remember?
Correct. That's why the names aren't sticking out. By the way, I saw him earlier. He says hi.
Are his kids still bowling or something?
I'm not sure.
He was
I
here.
just saw him walking through, so I assume they were still bowling. But it was early, so.
That family is a sports juggernaut waiting to happen. Brian Gregorich, the guy who I called games with, he pitched for Catholic in the early to mid 90s, and his all of his kids do all the things.
Yeah.
Battles shot no good. Driving in,
Oh,
trying
nice
to kick
job.
out, but unable to do so.
Yeah, Barnes with a nice stuff if it was a shot.
And Barnes finishing. 28-20. Lead is cut to 8. Berger. Back outside for Brule. Rogan Buck. Guarded by
Ooh,
McWilliams.
Rogenbuck might have gotten away with a shove there.
There's a 3 in the corner for Brule, and he hits it. Wow.
Jeez. Linfield playing so well from deep.
Chuck McBreen takes this opportunity to turn around and yell in the face of Matt Latka, who's on the bench.
Yeah, because Lacka didn't cover the guy in the corner.
He's not allowed to. It's not hockey. McWilliams will go to the line.
Yep.
Foul on Rogan Buck. 15 foul of the half. Rogan Buck's first personal. McWilliams, a 61% foul shooter, entering tournament play. Makes the
Roadrunner's
first.
actually a pretty impressive 73%. They have not been known for being the best free throw shooting team over the years. But that's not a bad average. Linfield at 69 coming into the weekend.
Yeah, up and down style sometimes means that you're not in particularly well suited to shoot free throws when the time comes.
Yeah, a little bit winded.
Hilton. Outside, 3 ball on the way. Grant Kibb. You can tell by the way he shoots his shot.
He's confident. He figures, yeah, that's mine.
I think the BGs need one more Gibb brother.
Nice. 40% from beyond the arc on the season. Not the best. That's Rogenbuck at 48.5%.
One-handed shot off the glass, no good by Zagadou, and
Not sure
Lewis.
Why Zagadou took that? He drove into trouble.
Right, him taking a shot similar to that would have been just fine. Facepalm Dave right there. You could hear him brush it against the microphone. Facepalm Dave.
Just that's those moments.
Yeah.
Look for your teammates. If you're driving, somebody's open.
Lewis misses the first. 80% free throw shooter. Already has 8 rebounds tonight. 6 points.
Lacka comes into the game. I think it's Zagadou who actually took a seat. I believe Lacka has delivered whatever message Chuck McBreen had on the previous 3.
Second one is good for Lewis. 12-point advantage for the Wildcats. Gibb for Rogan Buck. Reverses direction, back out to Gibb. Now up top with it, Brule. Hilton. Atencio, the other player on the floor right now for the Wildcats, and Gibb is going to draw the 3 fouls. Well, the 3-point shooting foul.
Well, Rob Lewis doesn't like it, but you can't jump into the guy when he's shooting a shot. And he got away with it twice when – who was it? He's on the bench. There he is. When Lohman was taking those shots because he was jumping around him. But that time he jumped square into the chest of Gibb. And he looked at the official like he was surprised, but you got to let him land. And he didn't.
Yeah, and he comes streaking basically all the way out from in the paint to try to cover him. Way too late. First shot good.
But he's done that twice to Lohman, and that's where I made the comment that one time where he high-fived him, but he went around him with the body.
Yeah,
that time he went square through him.
You got to know when you have that momentum because you're sprinting all the way out to the wing that you are not going to be vertical when you get there.
And you still, again, remember, you got to let the shooter land. He didn't either.
All 3 shots good. It's 37-22.
So as much as Ramapo got back into this within a possession, Linfield has now extended out the lead again.
Barnes trying to split the defenders, and he will go to the line.
Yep. Austin Hilton seemed stunned by the call, but he was moving into Barnes as he went up into the air. Defensively, you can go up in the air and not have it count against you, but you can't jump into him.
Hilton, a 6'6", 250-pound junior out of Half Moon Bay, California. His first foul of the night, and the shot is good by Barnes. 89% foul shooter. Entering the weekend here in Vegas.
Lohman and Burghardt return. It is
Atencio and Brule going to the bench.
Thank you. And having a conversation with their head coach on the way.
Well, Shannon Rosenberg in his 6th season, as the other shot is good as well. Trying to put this program back together has been a lot of success in the Linfield athletic program. A Division III baseball national championship, a football national title back in '04, and numerous playoff runs. But men's basketball kind of languished under a long-time coach, and this is Linfield trying to put it back together.
No, it's nice to see. I'm glad to see the success from Rosenberg with this program. He's a UC Davis grad in '94. Came in 2017, their first winning season since 2008. He was at 11 years at Foothill College, which is a 2-year school in Palo Alto. And I'll admit, I don't, because of my deprived state due to the what we've been doing here, I don't remember exactly his words on Hoopsville as to why he was so intrigued with this job. But it was definitely came across to me as one of those jobs that he felt he could be successful at. And he's shown he has.
Gibb with just left of the top of the circle, no good.
We had many people. Well, we saw Linfield kind of emerge last year a little bit.
Right.
I mean, obviously not. They already had a winning season, but nice job by Lewis there.
Yeah, wins the battle inside.
But they kind of emerged in the conference there, and you had quite a few people start whispering in ears, hey, Linfield's for real, and they're going to be tough next year. So I was really thrilled to see they were coming back to this.
And they're looking like it right now at 8-2.
Yep.
Lewis with the rebound.
Whitworth and Whitman now have a third team to contend with.
Yeah, exactly. Shot no good by Latka. Rebound will be out of bounds, and it will remain Ramapo basketball.
And I'll be honest, looking down into late February, if they hold their own, and a tournament like this will help them with regional rankings and SOS numbers and all that. Maybe we see what happened on the women's side and we see 3 Northwest teams out, and the try not to play in the first round thing becomes more realistic.
Force the committee's hand.
Yeah. Well, force the NCAA's liaison's hand.
Yeah, that's it. Shot no good by Rogenbuck. Ramapo on the run. Taking it all the way himself and rolls around and in for Barnes. Yeah, and Rosenberg's going to take a timeout here.
Yeah, because he's just seen that huge lead evaporate in a matter of moments.
7-point game, full timeout. We'll take a break with 1:10 to go here in the first half. Linfield leads Ramapo 37-30 at the D3Hoops.com Classic.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance, a monster dunk or no-look pass, and cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success and prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Back out here at the South Point Arena. I wanted to say on the campus of. On the campus of the South Point Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Pat Coleman along with Dave McHugh for the final game of 6 here on Saturday at the D3Hoops.com Classic. Linfield with the lead in the leather, 37-30 over Ramapo. Gibb dribbles in, picks it up, spins, takes a shot, misses it. Hilton with the rebound. Back out to Gibb, a little more comfortable from three-point range. Shot no good. Hilton back out to Gibb, swung around for Burghardt. Burghardt dribbles in, left-handed layup doesn't go. Tries to save it from going out of bounds and does so successfully. Rogenbuck is going to go to the line.
That's a nice take by Rogenbuck because he knew Ramapo was going to not be in position in the paint.
Yeah.
And so he grabbed that ball and on the first step was already headed in, and he caught Ramapo completely out of position.
I don't know how Chuck McBreen is actually audible when his voice goes like that. As Rogenbuck misses the first. I mean, you hear him-ish,
Yeah.
right? It's like, that's not the right.
No, that's not the right channel.
It's this one. There
I don't
we
know
go.
how much you're really going to pick him up, to be
No,
honest.
I know, but, well, especially because his voice is half shot already.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that might be why his guys here are having trouble listening and doing as he's told.
Sure, could be.
They just don't understand him.
Turnover.
Ooh, landed really awkwardly.
Burghardt up ahead to Hilton. Back to the trailer, who's Gibb, who launches and hits.
Ramapo didn't like something. My head was turned.
Yeah, there was something that could be resembling.
Oh! Come on, Mr. Barnes!
Wow, Kashawn Barnes from midcourt. And it'll be a single-digit deficit going to the half. Woo! That was unexpected.
Nothing but net.
It's hard to do anything but that. I'm going to get a chance to watch it here once again. Barnes gets it right in front of his bench and then launches from 50 feet and drains it.
I apologize for not having the replay system up and running.
Yeah, it looked good. So we go to the half with the score: Linfield 41, Ramapo 33.
Wow.
We're about to say goodbye also to our cohort Ira
Let me
Thor,
turn this microphone down.
who's got to head to the airport.
I would just like to say on the way out the door that I am sick of seeing half-court shots for Ramapo.
Yeah, you guys have been the victim of a few of those, haven't you?
All right.
At New Jersey City.
Have a great trip, guys.
You
Congratulations on a successful tournament.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate all your work, dude. Otherwise, we just wouldn't have been interviewing anybody.
No, that's true. Yeah, we would have punted.
We'd have called everybody over.
Or
and just
solo
done it.
games.
We'd have called them over here to the table after.
Oh, there you go.
After the game and recorded it on my cell phone or on the GoPro on the Broom Cam, which you see right here.
Yeah,
We're at the
sponsored.
half. I was just going to send us out to the break with Linfield leading Ramapo 41-33 here at the D3Hoops.com Classic. We'll be back in about 9 minutes with halftime stats.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
This is why we love sports. It's in the way they play, free from the pressures and all the money talk. Playing for simply the love of the game, where everyone has a shot at their definition of success on and off the field. This is what we love about sports, and what we can still love about college sports.
My name is Marcus Walker. I was All-State, won a state championship, a high school All-American, and played college and pro ball. I played because I love the game. I grind to be the best. I sweat because I put in work. I'm strong because I believe. When I want to bring it before game time, I come to the house that college basketball built, the CBE. No matter your skill, take it to another level. Elevate your game right here at the College Basketball Experience at Sprint Center.
Big shots. Teamwork. This trophy is not given. It must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Division III Women's Basketball Championship, March 15th and 16th at the Krager Center in Salem.
Bounces right back with a triple. Great job here. And that'll do it!
Visit ncaa.com/tickets and get your tickets today.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance, a monster dunk or no-look pass, and cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success and prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
In any way that we can.
To get a friend home safe.
To never blame the victim.
It's on us.
To stand up.
To make our community safe for all. It's on us.
It's on us to look out for each other at parties.
It's on us.
To be more than just a bystander.
To step up and say something.
It's on us, all of us.
To stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
I coined my definition of success in 1934. My definition of success is peace of mind attained only through self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable. It's like reputation and character. Reputation is what others perceive you to be. Character is what you are.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
I used to never really talk. Ever. I was afraid if I said something wrong, everyone would laugh at me. But then I started to play golf with Special Olympics. It helped me to find my voice. And now everyone else is speechless.
Big shots. Big dunks. This trophy is not given. It must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Division III Men's Basketball Championship, March 15th and 16th at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum Arena in Fort Wayne.
With his third triple.
Visit ncaa.com/tickets and secure your seats today.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. That's what you have here tonight. That's what you've earned here tonight. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Back out here at the half with Linfield leading Ramapo by the score of 41-33. Taking a look here at the halftime stats. You see them right in front of you there. Linfield 13-35 from the floor, 9-23 from downtown, not much better. Ramapo 12-36 from the floor and 3 for 6 from three-point range.
Yeah, being led for Linfield by Grant Gibb on 15 points on 4 of 10 shooting, 4 for 9 from beyond the arc, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. He's also got a co-team high of 4 rebounds along with Liam O'Reilly and Austin Hilton. He doesn't lead all scorers, but he's the only team player in double figures for the Wildcats. Second on the team with 6 points. Dempsey Rogenbach and Riley Brule Leading assist man is Berghart with 4. For Ramapo, their leading all scorers is Keshawn Barnes. Thanks to that 3 at the end of the first half, he's got 21 points on 8 of 12 shooting, and appropriately enough, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Second on the team with 9 points and a game high 10 rebounds is Rob Lewis. He's a point shy of a double-double. 4 of 6 shooting, 1 for 2. He's from the free throw line. He's 5 offensive, 5 defensive boards. As Linfield, though, has got 11 assists to just 4 turnovers. Ramapo, on the other hand, 3 assists to 8 turnovers. Points in the paint, Ramapo leading that category 18-8. Points off turnovers, Linfield winning that category, not surprisingly, because they barely turned the ball over. 11-5. Second chance points equal at 5 apiece. Fast break points 4-2 in favor of Linfield. Bench points in favor of Linfield 5-0, and that's where Chuck McBreen's probably going to be most frustrated, is his bench is not contributing on the offensive side of things. We've only had 1 lead change in this game. Linfield's led by as many as 15 with 3:08 remaining. Ramapo's only led by 2, and that was in the opening minute and a half of this contest. Linfield has led all but 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Ramapo has only led for 41 seconds of this contest.
Take a look at the D3Hoops.com top 25 scoreboard here for Saturday. 1 game in progress right now. Whitman leads Cal Lutheran at Cal Lutheran's tournament 37-14 with 3 minutes to go in the first half there. Earlier this evening, third-ranked Augustana defeated WashU 77-63 behind 27 points from Nolan Ebel. Fifth-ranked Hamilton down in Florida defeated Ithaca by the score of 92-77. We're not the only tournament that matches up teams from the same state halfway across the country.
Very nice.
8th-ranked Marietta over Lake Forest 80-77. Of course, earlier here at the Classic, number 9 Whitworth defeated Johns Hopkins 76-74.
And a thriller.
10th-ranked Warhawks of UW Whitewater defeated the Tornadoes of Concordia, Texas 96-81. It was 11th-ranked Wittenberg 74-52 over Wilmington. UW Stevens Point, number 12 team in the country, defeated Illinois Wesleyan 76-70. Worcester over Ohio Wesleyan 68-55. Number 15 Randolph-Macon defeated Drew 84-50. Nichols, the number 16 team in the country, defeated Eastern Connecticut 79-73. 18th ranked CNU all over Huntingdon 79-52. The Johnnies of St. John's, ranked number 19, took it to UW Superior 94-53. Number 20 Loris 83-70 over Monmouth. Salisbury over Springfield 82-63.
That's a big outcome.
And number 25 Scranton over Linfield by the score of, or over Wilkes by the score of 74-64. I've got Linfield walking towards me. Lucas Martin with 15. Gary Burdell, Mike Ward with 16 and 22 off the bench, respectively, for Springfield. Jake Ross did score 21 points, and Heath Post with 17 in that game for Springfield.
Yeah, Springfield's wheels have come off a little bit after Ross went down with an injury beginning of December. And we hope they can find it back, because that is a good team and is just struggling right now.
They certainly made a nice run in the NCAA tournament last year.
Yeah, they had.
After coming out of like the third to being the third team in the NUMAC?
Well, yeah, I mean, they were up near the top of that NUMAC much of the season, but yeah, listen, Salisbury's good. They're showing that this year, but that's more about Springfield right now in my book. Oh, continue where you left off, Mr. Barnes.
Yeah, Keshawn Barnes with a shot that's about 32 feet closer than the last one.
He's now 4 for 4 from deep.
Cuts that lead to 5, though. Very important to get that right off the bat here after a defensive stop.
Agreed.
Pat Coleman along with Dave McHugh here from South Point Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Swinging it around. Linfield attacking the basket to our right here in the second half. Three-pointer on the way, and that is no good by Rogenbuck. Ramapo working right to left here on the fast break. Pull-up is good. Keshawn Barnes from about 15 feet out. Ramapo in the white with the maroon numerals and black trim. Linfield in the purple with the red numbers and white trim, and the 3-ball is no good by Gibb. Battle pushing it up, bounce pass underneath, and has it stripped out of his hands. Ball's going to go out of bounds off of Rob Lewis, and it will be Wildcat basketball. Wildcats at 8-2. Ramapo at 10-2. Ramapo defeated Husson earlier in this tournament by the score of 77-75, and Ramapo defeated Ohio Northern. There's a shot by Rogenbuck, no good. Up ahead, a little wild off-balance shot by Battle, and Battle will draw the foul and go to the line. From the first half, nobody particularly in foul trouble. Aaron Bond with 2 personal fouls. That was Liam O'Reilly's first for the Wildcats. On the Ramapo side, Rob Lewis with a pair, Andre Morgan with 2. First shot good, and the second shot on the way, and that is no good, rebounded by O'Reilly.
A 6-0 run here by Ramapo to start this half.
Yep, 2-point game here as we are past midnight on the East Coast, where neither of us is. O'Reilly puts the ball on the floor, picks it up, and a timeout is taken by Linfield with 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Who called that timeout?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, isn't it? Certainly it's quiet enough that Rosenberg could have gotten the attention of one of his players on the floor to get it called.
Okay. Both teams with 4 timeouts now, as it's a quick 30 here. As Linfield, who came out of the locker room with
9.5
minutes left to warm up, are not warm to start this second half.
Sean Barnes hit that 50-foot shot
to
end the first half. And now his team is on a run here to start the second half.
Coming out of the timeout.
Linfield basketball, 7 on the shot clock. Berghardt taking it too strong off the glass.
Yeah, I think he expected maybe a little more contact. I'm not sure, but it was a good take, and then a cylinder call. Well,
what does that mean? Tell the listeners what that means.
That one's a little weird where he's moving, but essentially he's encroaching on the player without – he may not be actually touching him or anything, but he's encroaching on the space of the player.
The halo rule on a punt return?
Essentially.
O'Reilly go to the line.
Basically, he's using that presence to try and force him out of bounds, and that's where I think the call came from there.
All right.
Usually you see that on like a post player or somebody who gets the ball and is trying to hold on to it, and the person's encroaching and encroaching and encroaching, trying to force you to make a mistake or fall over or travel. That's where you usually see that call.
O'Reilly makes his first. O'Reilly with 6 points here on the night, 5 rebounds. Second shot good.
I'll have to ask our expert exactly if I've got that interpretation right. I'm sure I'll find out. There was something else I missed.
That's not the usual cylinder reference in basketball.
No.
But Barnes with a fall away.
He hasn't missed in the second half.
Gets
it
to roll.
3 for 3.
11-15 from the floor on the night. 1 for 1 from beyond half court.
Yes.
Dribbling
28.
in. Nothing there. Swung around. Gibb in the corner thinking about it. Pulling it back out. Rogenbuck, now Berghardt, 12 on the shot clock. O'Reilly thought about a screen, then went down low, and instead it's a 3 ball on the way, no good for
Nice
Brule.
rebound.
Rogenbuck will go to the line.
Oh. Yes, you have your arms in the air, but you're also moving.
Yeah, I mean, right. That is not the...
Arms in the air is not the definition of whether you fouled or not. It's what you're doing with the rest of your body.
Buddy.
And Rogenbuck got an easy rebound because no one was blocking out. No one spotted him and put a body on him, as Rob Lewis is apparently making some comments, the official that decided it needed to have a response.
Rogenbuck is struggling from the field tonight, 2 for 10, but now 3 for 4 from the foul line, and the lead is up to 4, 45-41. Battle with the basketball. Freshman guard out of Jersey City, New Jersey. Here left of the circle, now swings in the corner. McWilliams dribbles in, one-handed shot, no good. Rebound out of bounds, and it will remain in the Ramapo end. 45-41 our score, 16-24 remaining in the second half of game 17. We've only had more than 18 teams one year. We had 20 in some year that I've otherwise tried to block out of my head. Shot no good by McWilliams.
Did we get 20 twice?
I don't think so. It seems unlikely. There's a 2011, I think we had 20. I'm just looking by the length of the scores on the in the program.
It might have been.
Brule up ahead.
Nice feed.
Yep, finishing it off is Berghardt. Will Berghardt, the sophomore out of Longview, Washington, a transfer from Division II Hawaii Hilo, has 8 points. I think that's 6 on the night. Inside, shot no good by
Lewis, too distracted trying to make contact there when you just focus on trying to make the shot.
Seems to have that. We've had that conversation a few times. Here is contact on the perimeter by Zagadou as Gibb, a little bit not in control of his own body, was trying to work around him.
Zagadou better be careful. He almost earned himself a technical there. Saw the official reaching for the whistle after Zagadou had a few extra words.
Yeah, 20 teams in 2011. Ramapo was at that tournament, go figure.
Really?
Yeah. Sanborn, I think, was at that tournament. There's a 3-shot no
Wow.
good by Gibb. Ball tipped out and shot good.
My reaction was to the reference.
By Sanborn?
Yes.
Or about Sanborn?
Yeah. Maybe we can talk him and the head coach now into coming in here. Get Ferrum here.
Sanborn is, no, Ramapo's Sanborn.
Oh, I apologize.
Will Sanborn.
Yes.
One-handed shot, no good.
Lewis is struggling tonight.
McWilliams off the back iron. Latka unable to hold on to the offensive rebound. Hilton kicks it back outside. Rogenbuck launches, no good. His struggles continue.
Lewis. Oh! By the way,
Attempted
Lewis
save, but
ran into the shooter. Not as aggressively that time, but he still did it. Now, there was a little bit of an arm up by Rogenbuck to try and get the call, but Lewis is still a little too close for call. He's gone after shooters a little too often tonight. I'm almost starting to think it's definitely an intentional thing, maybe on the intimidation side of things.
Aaron Bond into the game along with Atencio. Atencio's 22-footer rattles out. And Ramapo will push the ball up the floor. Down by 9, 50-41. Tries to feed underneath for Lewis, and Lewis unable to hang on to the basketball after getting the pass from Barnes.
Like I said, night's been rough for Lewis. He's got I think he's gotten double digits now in points, so he's got a double-double, but he just hasn't had a great game. Barnes with a beauty steal.
Taking it all the way himself and doesn't get the roll, but he'll go back to the foul line. Barnes 2 for 2 for the foul line on the night. Ramapo 7 of 12 from 15 feet.
28 points, 11 of 15 shooting, 4 for 4 from beyond the arc with 4 rebounds.
It's a pretty good night.
Yeah, not too bad for Keshawn Barnes.
With 14 minutes to go. Of course, the tournament scoring record is a little bit further out than that. Trevor Haas for UW Stevens Point scored 40 in that overtime game against Whitman.
Oh, yeah.
In 2013. Matt Addison with the regulation scoring record with 38 points in a game for Hardin Simmons. Barnes has 29. Bond for 3. Yep, hits that one. Left him wide open, about 23 feet out at the wing on the left side. And the lead is up to 11.
So a nice, comeback by Ramapo. But now they've allowed Linfield to escape him again.
Yeah, lead back out to double digits. Barnes gets the ball. Everybody on the Linfield bench yells shooter. He shot unsuccessfully. Ball goes out of bounds. Linfield inbound here. Battle will go to the bench. Connor Romano back into the game for Ramapo. Bond to Hilton, back to Bond. Bond puts the ball on the floor, puts the ball in the hole.
Boom, 14-point game, and Ramapo's going to call timeout.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand.
Just after they made it a one-possession ball game to start it, the second half.
Right, and it's been a couple times that maybe not that it's been pulled all the way back to one possession, but
right.
On a couple of occasions this has happened. We'll take a break and we'll come back out in just a minute. 55-42 Linfield with the lead on Ramapo here at the D3Hoops.com Classic.
Receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Big shots. Big dunks. This trophy is not given. It must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Division III Men's Basketball Championship, March 15th and 16th at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum Arena in Fort Wayne.
With his third triple.
Visit ncaa.com/tickets and secure your seats today.
March 15th and 16th will be there in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Will you be? Come on and join us at the D3 Hoops.
Nice. I like what you're thinking there.
Final Four. I don't think we have the ability to sponsor that. The Division III Men's Basketball Final Four. Yeah, a little bit. Sponsored by Reese's. No. Well, we'll be there. Dave and I will be there.
Yeah, we'll be there at least.
Regardless of what the event is officially called. We can call it whatever we want, right? Sure. Hilton kicks it off in the corner. Three-pointer on the way, and that is good. Nice shot there by Brule.
Not a great pass. Has to keep it from going out of bounds. Puts himself further into the coffin corner and nails the shot.
Answering underneath is Latka with an easy two. Latka had 10 points off the bench the other night in this tournament, and that is his first bucket of the evening here. Atencio with the basketball on the far wing. Skip pass near corner. Three-pointer, no good. Left short. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Ramapo ball. Brule, a little bit further off than he was the previous time, and his shot was a little further off as well. Romano bringing the ball across the timeline. Here into the front court. 44-58. The deficit is 14 points. Working on the baseline to Latka. Latka again for two off the feed from Bryant Quill.
Latka's a hard worker for this Ramapo squad. Does a lot of the little things, but also will come up with a couple key baskets when they need it.
Averaging 5.7 points a game coming into the game. Had some playing time earlier, kind of working his way back into the lineup now. Shot clock at 8. Atencio from 25. Off to the left, no good. Romano with the basketball.
Not the greatest look there.
No, even with the shot clock low, it wasn't that low.
No.
Shot for three in the corner, no good by Barnes.
First miss of the half for Barnes.
Pass up ahead. Brule kicks it out in the corner.
Smart.
Yeah, Atencio spots up, shot no good. Hilton with the rebound. Hilton between two defenders, gets the roll.
Wow.
Going to the line.
And all Chuck McBreen can do is look up to the lights.
Well, and here is the perfect description of how this is going down. Kashawn Barnes, 11 of 17, 11 of 18 from the floor. Rob Lewis, 4 of 8. Matt Latka, 2 of 7. And then everybody else is a combined 0 for 17 from the field tonight. for Ramapo.
You can't. I mean, the one thing that made Ramapo so dangerous the last few years.
Hilton good.
Yep. Is they had so many people that they could beat you. If you're relying on 3 guys, it ain't going to happen, especially when one of them's a bench guy.
Right, exactly.
Now, granted, Laka at least has helped the bench points in the second half.
Yes, and points in general are also helpful.
Yeah, they were blanked in that category 5-0. He's at least made that more interesting. I thought Ramapo had made this a game.
Gibb is going to go to the line.
Yeah, Laka bought the head fake. He's that deep under the basket. You can't buy the head fake.
Right, and that's not Gibb's area of the floor, shall we say.
He's a forward, interestingly enough, but you're right, he's not.
Right, he's a 3-ish. Substitutions as Bryant Quill goes to the bench. Rob McWilliams back into the game for the Roadrunners. Second shot is out and rebounded by Lewis.
Marcus Lord into the game for the Wildcats. Senior, 6'5", out of Salt Lake City, Utah.
Did not play in the first game here.
Though he had played every game prior.
Salt Lake City not incredibly far from here.
No.
Not incredibly far. One might say almost close, but it's like 5-hour drive, I think.
I'm kind of intrigued to find out.
Just figured Justin Sweeney would tweet it at us.
Yeah, I think he probably could have.
Mr. Salt Lake, Alaska. Kick out on the wing, 3-pointer on the way, and that is no good by Romano. Latka with the rebound. Fresh 30 for the Roadrunners. Barnes guarded out there by O'Reilly. Romano.
430 miles, so 6 hours.
All right. Romano, and his pass is off the hands of Latka. Rogenbuck with a 2-on-1 is going to pass in the corner for Gibb, and they'll set it up top. 9:48 and counting remaining here in the second half. Shot no good by Lord. He goes and battles for the rebound and gets called for the foul. If anybody asks, the ball is under the table on the baseline. Rob Lewis points to the ball. The official gestures to Lewis. Lewis gestures back to the official. Connor Romano goes over to get the actual basketball. Nobody fixed this. This is a table skirt. What kind of operation are we at the D3Hoops.com Classic? Man, I'm all about the logistics and the operations. Here is Barnes, kicks it outside, and no shot. That'll be the 6th team foul against Linfield, so they will be shooting hereafter. Ramapo to inbound underneath its own basket. Barnes trying to find a way to get open. Instead, they get it to Rob Lewis before the 5-second clock expires. McWilliams, Romano. At the foul line, Latka. Latka just trying to do anything to get his team on the board, and he'll go to the foul line now to try to do that instead.
Rogenbuck, I think, or Coach Rosenberg thinking that wasn't a blocking foul. Conversation with the officials for some reason. It'll be a one-on-one. They decided it was not a shooting situation.
First shot is good. Latka's second shot on the way, and that one is good.
Pretty sure you heard everything we heard. I don't know what his argument is because
Latka got hurt in the 3rd game of the season against Gordon. He played.
Didn't hear enough.
The first 3 minutes
yeah.
of that game, and then did not play until just the other night against Husson, and there is a nice deep 3 by Grant Gibb once again. Back on the other end, everybody's favorite Latka.
Potatoes.
I know, right? 5 of 12 from downtown is Gibb. Shot no good from beyond the arc by Brule.
Brule wanted a foul called on the high five. Rob Lewis lost it on the spin move. Can't be a travel when he loses the ball.
Right, exactly.
And then O'Reilly loses the ball. This game getting a little sloppy.
8:15 and counting. Romano takes it coast to coast.
Thanks to the Olay defense from Ricky Brule.
That's going to get the whistle.
Yeah, that's going to get it.
Yep.
You can't be showing him up. They're winning this game. He doesn't want to earn 2.
Hilton.
Who called the timeout, by the way? So someone called timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll figure it out later. Let's take a break.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll be back in a minute.
It starts right when you hit the court. You imagine your finest moment. The game-winning shot that gets you to the dance. A monster dunk or no-look pass. And cutting down the net. Sports lets us dream of our own success. And prepare us for our finest moments on and off the court.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
And we're back out here at the D3Hoops.com Classic after the technical foul assessed to Shannon Rosenberg. Kashawn Barnes will come out to shoot the free throws. He'll get 2. Three of 4 from the line today. Rosenberg interjects.
I could get you a timeout for interrupting the shot.
I don't know. They never call it against
different game, different crew.
The coat thrower. That's true.
Just it's so clearly obvious as the hush falls over the crowd.
Second one is good. Yeah, lines it up on 12.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was.
I know, right? 31 points on the night for Barnes. That cuts the lead down to 11.
That's the fan in golf who now gets kicked out.
Get in the hole!
And out. Nope, lost your privileges for a year. See ya. There's only one place you can have fun, and that is Arizona. Around the one par 3 that they've got.
O'Reilly with the basketball, shot clock at 15. Berghardt trying to work one-on-one against McWilliams. Gets a little bit of screen. They switch off. Shot clock at 4. Takes it. Pulls it back out. He may have forgotten. This is not going to get off in time.
Well,
indeed.
Wasn't even close anyway.
Those are both true. Did not hit rim. Did not get off in time. And Berghardt kind of, I believe, forgot how many seconds there were.
Yes, agreed.
Coming back the other way, Romano kicks out to McWilliams. McWilliams off the elbow, no good. And rebounded by Rogenbuck. That was an opportunity for Ramapo to try to get a little bit of that momentum. The defensive stop, which followed the technical free throws. They still could do it there. A nice rebound by Latka.
I mean, I got to take advantage of it right now.
Yeah.
Got Linfield a little bit kind of sleepwalking.
And, you know, a lot of the starters who have not been very productive tonight for Ramapo are off the floor right now. Travis Bennett getting his first action of the tournament. Barnes gives it off for Bennett in the corner. Back to Barnes. Barnes from 22. And he rolls it around and in.
He remains, well, no, he's missed one from deep.
5th 3 ball of the night. He's got 34. Lead is 8. Trap out on the perimeter. Berghardt gets it away. Gets it back. Swing in the corner for Rogenbuck. Just running some clock here with that 8-point lead. O'Reilly. Guarded by Bennett. Now Berghardt with 9 to shoot. Crossover. And as it loses it in traffic in the paint, Romano with a 1-on-2 fast break. He is going to take it himself, and he's going to hit it. 6-point game, 6:16 to go.
We've got Linfield sleepwalking a little bit here.
Yeah, Bennett with some pressure in the front court. Long pass up ahead to Rogenbuck, who answers with 2. They break that press fairly easily, and Rosenberg is going to take a timeout with having reclaimed a smidgen of the momentum with the basket.
Yeah, 30-second timeout, but the technical may not have been the smartest move. I know you were up, and I know the point was trying to be made, but you never want to give a team inadvertent momentum.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that technical kind of did that just a wee bit.
So 2 timeouts on the board remaining for Linfield, 3 here for Ramapo with 6:05 to go. The timeouts. Okay, the book confirms that what's on the board. 2 timeouts for Linfield, 3 remaining for Ramapo. That was the signal I had been waiting for from the book. Now the official actually came over and asked.
Could have just waited, Pat.
I tried. I waited through about 22 seconds of that 30-second timeout to get that answer. If you're watching our live stats, Riley Brule is wearing number 12 tonight. Of course, he's showing up as Eric Dahl on our stats. I don't have an easy way to fix those sorts of things. I apologize. Romano 3, no good. McWilliams tip to Latka. Latka's putback doesn't go. Another putback doesn't fall. And rebounded by O'Reilly for Linfield. Burghardt basketball. Ooh, little hesitation dribble.
Eric Dahl appreciates it. Upping his average.
He's having a great night. This
Came in
Dahl
averaging
guy.
3 points a game in only 5 games. He's appreciating it.
Burghardt about 26 feet out, shot clock at 8. Comes off a screen, into the paint. Oh, turns around. There's a path to the basket, but he misses.
Well, path that led him into the bottom of the rim.
Yes, exactly. Shot on the other end by McWilliams. McWilliams finally on the board on his 8th field goal attempt of the night.
Linfield's pressing a little bit. I don't mean
actually,
Ramapo press.
I was going to say Ramapo is pressing too. A little 1-2-2 look and a
Or-
steal.
See?
Barnes 2-on-1 with Bennett. Gives to Bennett. Bennett lefty layup, no good.
Good no whistle there too, but that was Barnes trying to avoid the contact. Euro stepped it.
On the other end, O'Reilly. Yeah, Barnes should have kept it himself. I know being unselfish and handing it off.
I kind of like the unselfishness. It's just his teammates got to go up strong there. Bennett, instead of trying to play games with the defender.
No doubt, but that's a basket you need, and you're Kashawn Barnes, who's a senior and has 34 points already.
Yeah, from that angle, I think the defender was between Barnes and the rim. I'm not sure Barnes would have gotten a very good look at it. But I see what you're saying.
It's totally a hindsight thing. I get it.
Well, it's a valid point though. If that's if you've got that in your head, you need this basket. I've been out there, my teammate hasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that even goes through the head, to be honest with you.
Here's Barnes, who's 5 for 6 from the line.
Chuck McBreen might earn a technical here shortly.
His shot is good. 35 tonight for Kashawn Barnes.
3 away from the regulation scoring record for this event.
12 for 19 from the floor, 5 for 6 from beyond the arc, and as we mentioned, 1 for 1 from deep. Makes the second, and is
there are no bonus points for that.
6-point game. This is not and 1.
Nope.
Okay, just checking.
Or that really weird league they had, mixed gender.
How dare you mix genders?
Interesting.
Basket good by Rogenbuck.
Yeah, I was a PA announcer for one of the games.
My sarcasm or the...
No, the whistle. No one's arguing at that, so it must have been the angle I saw it at.
Rob Lewis comes back into the game. Travis Bennett goes to the bench with a pretty decent performance. 0 for 1 from the floor, 1 assist. Got some minutes out of him. If Lewis was tired, then maybe this will help. If Lewis was just not in the flow of the game, then we'll find out shortly, I suspect. Romano, all the way himself, no good. Hilton with the rebound. Linfield going left to right here in the second half with the lead and the leather.
Ramapo's going to be shooting twice from now on as Linfield has fouled him 9 times.
Here's Hilton, takes it himself from the top of the key.
That's a good call on the block, too. Trying to bait him was Romano into a charge, but Romano kind of casually went under him. And Chuck McBreen giving Romano a earful for that.
I just like how Hilton put the ball on the floor from 22
nice
feet out and took it to the rack.
And for the second time tonight, Ramapo's gotten within spitting distance, and Linfield only extends the lead.
That's right. Back out to 11. Barnes, guarded closely by Rogan Buck, throws it up and is...
You're not going to get that call. As much as Barnes wanted it, he's standing still with his arm in the air. You're not going to get that call.
Oh, Rogan Buck answers.
Does not count it?
It does not. It's going to be a foul on the floor.
Says it's an extend. It was interesting because Coach Rosenberg didn't like it, but even Gibb came over and tried to explain. He said, "Oh, Coach, kind of, And now Barnes having a conversation about why wasn't that a foul. Again, he's standing in front of you. You forced the issue. You're not going to penalize the defender because you jumped into him, looking to get the foul. When the defender doesn't move, and geez, missed the free throw.
Missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Laka with the rebound. Nobody there to rebound for Linfield. Not figuratively, I mean that literally. McWilliams dribbles in, tries to dump it off for Latka, and it's deflected.
Good defense recovering down by Gibb.
74-63 our score, 3:13 and counting remaining in the second half. From the D3Hoops.com Classic, game 17 of 18. Not all in one day. That would be impossible and ill-advised.
Yeah, I might tell you no.
Hilton, guarded by Laka, 5 to shoot. Picks it up, throws it up for 3 and hitting it. Is Riley Brule.
Stop it.
Oh.
Just stop it.
Well, nobody did stop it. He's 5 of 9 from downtown today, 15 points.
3 times now I thought Ramapo had come back and was going to maybe roar past Linfield, and the Wildcats come out going, wait, what? No.
Negatory.
No, I got it. We got it covered.
Not going to happen. Lewis loses the handle on the basketball. Atencio just slowing things down. Nope, now he's going to take it to the rack. No, he's going to kick it out in the corner. 3-ball good. That one's by Rogan Buck.
And we're back to out-of-control game.
Yeah, everything's falling. 17-point game. I could see Brett Seymour walking over here. I know what he wants to talk about. I want to go 15 for Linfield. And, 0 for Ramapo. Yeah. Which is not the number of timeouts remaining or anything like that, or credits at the table.
You shook off the 0. You looked at me and went, what?
Oh, yeah, because I was focused on the other side first.
What are you talking about? That's the easiest one we've had all day.
I know, which is why I figured I'd start with the more interesting one.
Oh, a little cocky there for Mr. Brule. He turned to start reacting like he nailed the 3, and the basketball karma gods came back at him and said, no.
Barnes, jump stop over the 2 defenders. Left it short. Now Barnes hasn't been off the floor in a while.
Oh, yes.
He's leaving shots short now.
Oh, he's forcing it. It's not even a matter of tired, but he's forcing shots that just don't need to be taken. And he's got to go look at his teammates.
Linfield takes timeout to get a couple of players into the game.
They'll take the time as well. They'll have a nice long one to conversate about.
Well, and it's Berghardt coming back in, so it's not like new guys either. I guess I was expecting to see new names. People pretty excited over there on the Linfield sidelines. It's been a good stretch of the last 6 minutes or so for them as well. As Dave mentioned,
after they nearly coughed it away.
Yeah. As Dave mentioned a couple of times, Linfield has cut this back to a manageable deficit, or Ramapo has cut it back to a manageable deficit, and Linfield has just put the foot back on the gas, hit a couple of big threes. It's been a really, really big night for them from three-point range. 5 for 12 for Grant Gibb, 5 for 10 for Brule, 2 for 6 for Rogan Buck. Berghardt, Bond, and Lohman each have a three-pointer.
But
but. Here's the but.
You need to learn from this.
I do. What do I need to learn?
Nebraska Wesleyan came back on you.
Yeah.
You've allowed Ramapo to do it a handful of times tonight. Luckily, it hasn't burned you. But you cannot do this, even if you're not playing Whitman or Whitworth. There's other teams in that conference that are going to bite you. Pac Lou or George Fox. George Fox having a pretty good year. I got to be careful there.
Atencio, Berghardt, Rogan, Buck, O'Reilly, and Brule on the floor right now for the Wildcats, just running things down.
Play the 40.
They've played 39 so far.
Well,
Berghardt gets tied up.
Nice job by Barnes getting in there.
Yeah, getting in there.
Goes back to Ramapo
with the hands as Berghardt is flying by him. Barnes gets in there.
Played 39 minutes. I would argue Linfield's played
25.
Right.
Oh no. More
20,
than 25.
27,
32. Over under.
It's been at least 3 runs on him.
Ball thrown away by Romano.
That will raise Chuck McBreen's blood pressure.
I mean, I think at this point,
talking about how this team doesn't have freelance.
Yeah.
Last year's team might have had freelance. This is a Ramapo squad that escaped against Yeshiva, who's a good team, don't get me wrong, but Ramapo has been inconsistent this season. I like what they got.
Ryan Scott is probably still watching, so he's very happy to hear you say that Yeshiva's a good team.
Oh, yeah, Ryan and I have discussed it on a few occasions.
Shot clock at 5. Berghardt in motion, launches it.
Lefty.
Yeah, hits it. 83-65. Nice shot. Falling away. All those things. His second 3 of the night. Underneath, Lotka can't finish, and that should do it. We'll dribble it out for the final game of Day 3 here of the D3Hoops.com Classic, and it goes to Linfield as they defeat Ramapo by the score of 83-65. Dave is going to put up the graphics, and then he's going to go remind Chuck McBreen that we need to chat with him before he leaves.
Do I have to do that?
You just have to remind him to, I'll do it. I'll go do it. We're just down to 2 people.
I'm just worried one of us is going to get hurt.
Nah, man.
You go ahead.
Chuck McBreen's never hurt any of us. Yeah. All right, you go. I'll do that.
I'll get the stats.
Thanks, man.
Ryan Scott says go Max, by the way. Our final stats in this one as I call them up. In the final, for Linfield, shot 27 of 66 from the floor at 40.9%, 16 of 41 at 39%, 13 of 21 at 61.9% from the free throw line. So not the greatest trip to the free throw line for the Wildcats. For Ramapo, 23 of 66, so they took the same amount of shots as Linfield, made 4 less at 34.8%. Of course, many of those less were from beyond the arc. They were just 5 of 15 at 33.3%. That is 11 less made three-pointers in the game, but it is, wow, about 26 more attempts by Linfield from beyond the arc. Ramapo also 14 of 20 from the free throw line. Turnovers, Ramapo had 18. Linfield had 10, including 6 in the second half. Points off turnovers, 24-12 for Linfield. Total rebounds, 47-39 for Ramapo. Assists, 21 assists for Linfield on their 27 made shots. For Ramapo, it was 9 on their 23. Blocks, Linfield had 4. Ramapo had 1. Steals, 9-7 in favor of Linfield. Fouls were pretty even, 16-15. Bench points, 16-12 in favor of Linfield. At least Ramapo got off the schneid in that category. Second chance points, 13-7 in favor of Linfield. Points in the paint, 34-22 in favor of Ramapo. For Linfield, led by Grant Gibb on 5 of 13 shooting, 5 for 12 from beyond the arc, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. He also had 6 rebounds and 2 assists for 19 points. And Dempsey Rogenbuck, 5 of 14 from beyond the arc, 2 for 6 from the three-point line, 3 for 6 from the free throw line for 15 points. Eric Dahl also had 15 points on 5 of 10 shooting, all of that from beyond the arc. He also had 3 points and 4 assists. 9 points for Will Burkhart, 9 points also for Liam O'Reilly. Austin Hilton had 8, 5 for Aaron Bond, 3 for Max Lohman. And actually, I should say, I said Eric Dahl, by the way, 5 for 10. That was actually Brule, 5 of 10. I apologize. That was the live stats issue there. Eric Brule, not Eric Brule, but Riley Brule was the 5 for 10 for 15 points. Eric Dahl did not play. Tanner Annuncio, Marcus Lord, and Matt Berger all played but did not score. And for the Roadrunners, they were led by Kashawn Barnes, who finished 2 points shy of the tournament record for points in regulation. 36 points on 12 of 21 shooting, 5 for 7 from beyond the arc, including a 50-footer at the buzzer at the end of the first half. 7 and 8 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds and an assist. Rob Lewis finished with 11 points, including that basically meant just 2 points in the second half. He had a double-double with 14 rebounds. 8 points for Matt Latka, all coming in the second half. Connor Romano with 4 points, 3 points each for Jason Battle and Rob McWilliams. And Travis Bennett, Andre Morgan, Jordan Zagadou, who started, Nasir Walker and Bryant Quill all played, but did not score. Once again, Linfield the win, 83-65. Linfield improves to 10-2 on the season, or 9-2 on the season. Ramapo takes their third loss. They are now 10-3 on the year. And that wraps up our end of the things. We'll wrap things up. We got one more game tomorrow, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern time. When you're done with your NFL fun, join us here as we have Emory and Henry, the Wasps, taking on the 9th-ranked Pirates of Whitworth here at the South Point Arena in Las Vegas. It's the only game on day 4, final day of the D3Hoops.com Classic. For Ira Thor and Pat Coleman, I'm Dave McHugh. Thanks to Blue Frame Production Truck Software for their assistance in our productions, and of course Sport Tours International for their assistance as well. Sports information directors for all the schools and programs, especially today. This is a copyrighted broadcast at D3Hoops.com and Sports Tours International. If you'd like to reuse parts of it, that's nice of you, but you need to contact us first so we can give you some permissions and find out why you want to use it. Good night, everybody. We'll see you back here for the final game of the 9th annual D3Hoops.com Classic from Las Vegas. Enjoy the rest of your evening or get some sleep.